Welcome to Pakruojis, home to the largest and the most renowned manor house in Lithuania. You will find Pakruojis in the northern part of the country, in the cities between Šiauliai and Panevėžys. Pakruojis is 2 hours away from the capital Vilnius, and its population reaches around 18,500 in 2022. Pakruojis is widely known around Lithuania for its impressive classical-style manor house, but we will talk about it later in the video. Let's first see what other things are hiding behind the fame of the manor in this small region. Pakruojis town and manor are known since the 16th century, and today we can see some exceptional old buildings still. One of the oldest buildings in Pakruojis is the town's synagogue. It was built in 1801 and is the oldest wooden synagogue in Lithuania. The building was renovated beautifully, and today it is a cultural center and a library. The indoors are decorated with blue tapestry and paintworks on the ceiling, recreated from old pictures. Beside the frequent cultural events that take place there, the synagogue also has a memorial exhibition of the local Jew community history. Another interesting building to see in Pakruojis is a little bit newer but unique in Lithuania. The fire station built in 1928. Its interesting design is even replicated in the famous open-air museum of Lithuania in Rumšiškės near Kaunas. The original one in Pakruojis was used not only for firefighters, but also for community meetings, concerts and dances. The fire station was working until a new one was built in the end of the 20th century, and this one was recently converted into an art gallery with small firefighting exhibition. It was a very fun visit for my little kid as well, especially climbing the bell tower. One more thing to take note from Pakruojis is the narrow gauge railway train that used to function in the northern Lithuania. I talked a lot about this railway in my video about Anykščiai district, as there is a museum dedicated to it there. Outside of Pakruojis we can see another relic from the old times, a lovely church in Linkuva town. It was built in the 18th century in Renaissance style, and there also used to be a monastery next to it. The church is beautifully decorated from inside out. Today it has a large local community and it is a part of many pilgrim routes as well. And the last town to visit is Rozalimas. There also is a cute wooden traditional Lithuanian church, with its age almost as old as the one in Linkuva. But we actually stop in this town for a walk in the nature. There is a large forest park in Rozalimas. Somehow Pakruojis district doesn't really have many natural places to visit, compared with other districts in Lithuania. But this park will compensate quite well for those who are in need of some fresh air. Especially that it's next to a major regional road between Panevėžys and Pakruojis, so it can be a good stop for a stroll. The forest trail stretches for 4 kilometers through a pine tree forest and by a small lake. There are plenty signs about local flora and fauna, as well as some wooden sculptures. Finally, we go to the star of the district, Pakruojis Manor House. If I would have to say only one sentence about it, then it would be this. Pakruojis Manor is the time machine to the 19th century. And if I go for the long story, then let's have a closer look to it. Pakruojis Manor today is a perfect recreation of life in the 19th century. Here you will find everything, from the costumes available for visitors, carriages, workshops, to the manor's park taken care by gardeners every day. Pakruojis Manor is the largest in Lithuania, and it takes almost 50 hectares of land. It has dozens of original buildings and a stone wall surrounding it all. One of the most famous constructions of the manor is actually outside the manor grounds. It is an early 19th century stone arch bridge to a dam near the water mill. Its unique design reminds of a Roman aqueduct and is even displayed on the district's coat of arms. The main house and most other buildings were built in the classical style with stone elements. Pakruojis Manor was owned by a German-Lithuanian von der Ropp family. Today the manor is a luxury hotel where you can transport yourself to the 19th century life, as the room and facilities are old style. There are no TVs in the rooms, and the guest can wear 19th century clothes to immerse into the role even more. There also is a second hotel established in the Miller's house, which is more humble, but still fully furnished in 19th century style. With the TVs though. I stayed here for a night, as the main house was fully booked, even in September. But you don't have to book the hotel to have a full 19th century experience. During the most of the warm months, there is a flower festival in the manor grounds, and in winter they organize light festivals, meaning that there are a lot of things to do here all year round. During these festivals, there are numerous of activities available for all guests. Let's go have a look. First, it's important to mention that the manor grounds are kind of divided in different zones, like a small town. The mill and the inn outside the manor walls, then the gardens, the main house, artisan buildings, and the farm. First, let's see the manor itself. Right at the entrance, we are greeted by a lot of greenery. The ground floor is open for all visitors, while the rest of the house is reserved only for the hotel. Somehow, it feels different to walk in this manor than most in Lithuania, as the furniture is not set as a museum and is being used every day. There is a dining hall, a wonderful round concert hall right in the middle of the house, a study, and more. As Pakruojis manor used to be very large and kind of the regional center in its prime days, there also was a doctor's office in the house, and in the lower ground level there even used to be a hospital and a pharmacy. Today the pharmacy is still here, although what we can find to purchase are not medicine, but a variety of locally made produce, perfumes, soaps, essential oils, and more. Actually, there are dozens of artisan shops situated all around the manor grounds, as it seems that everything can be made here. There are more shops at the artisan yard. The most famous is probably the distillery, where various drinks are made from locally grown produce. Some of them earned international awards. As a local custom, the hotel keeper gives some to try as an aperitif when checking in as well. The manor also has an authentic 19th century brewery, where you can try local beer and kvass, gira in Lithuanian. There also is a ceramics workshop, beekeeper's shop, and more. Also, in the artisan yard you can find a working train steam engine. That's probably the best thing for young kids after a fairy tale playground near the house. There are several vehicles that are available to take for a spin. My son chose to ride an old tractor. There are more examples of the old machinery in an exhibition inside the barn. Behind it there is a stable and the animal farm. There are some cute horses, geese, and chickens, as well as more exotic birds like eagles. Even a camel lives in here. On the other side of the manor, there is the star of the manor house during the summer, the gardens. Every year there is a flower festival here, from July until late September. All the gardens are decorated with expensive flower installations and sculptures. A beautiful heart-shaped alleyway has become the symbol of Pakruojis manor. It leads to an island in the lake with a very fitting name, Love Island. It's a nice place to rest in the hammocks and enjoy the company of its local inhabitants, bunnies. Finally, after such a long day full of activities, we need to replenish ourselves at the local inn near the Miller's house. Pakruojis Inn is also part of the whole 19th century experience. Some of the dishes served here cannot be found anywhere else. The cooks recreate the old recipes, which are forgotten by most Lithuanians. We also use locally grown vegetables for their meals as well as drinks made in the manor. In the end, what else can I say? Pakruojis Manor is a true gem of Lithuanian countryside. In my opinion, this is one of the best experiences you can have when traveling in Lithuania. If you come here, you should give at least one full day to explore the manor. And even without the manor, there are some interesting places to have a look if you're traveling in the region. So, see you in Pakruojis. Thanks for watching.